Thank you, Mr. Speaker, members of the House. I'm very glad to get the opportunity to speak with all of you today. And I want to assure you, Speaker Bosma, there will be no "I told you so's." I believe the moment is far too somber for any kind of jubilance or "I told you so" kind of statements. I'd like to start off by saying this isn't about intent, and it's certainly not about any member's character. I know and like everyone in this chamber. But the policies that have been pursued over the past 3 sessions that I have been honored to be a member of the Indiana General Assembly, and against the wishes and the imploring from House Democrats to stay away from divisive social issues that serve only to inflame really, really old wounds, have been ignored now each year. And now here we are. Angie's List, which is in my district, halted a $40 million expansion, and we are going to lose an estimated 1,000 jobs on the Near East Side, which desperately needs it. And the fix that we have before us today is no fix at all. I until this moment, have always been proud to be a member of the Indiana General Assembly, especially when compared to Congress, because we've all joked about it before. Congress can't get anything done, and they can't agree that the sky is blue, but the General Assembly at least operates and functions. And yet we are in this very peculiar position where time and time again on the news, we have seen our leaders agree that discrimination is wrong, and then agree that they're not going to do anything to change it right now. The other troubling component of this for me has been the failure of leadership to take responsibility for its actions. All I've seen are excuses and misdirections and statements that the media mischaracterized it, our RFRA law is just like everyone else's. No one stood up here and said what we really need to hear to heal, which is we are sorry for our part in this. We are sorry for the damage that we caused to the state of Indiana, and we will truly fix it, and we will do it together. Instead, what we have is a half measure, a quarter measure, that was brought to us, dropped into our laps, and then we were asked to vote for it when we had no part in the discussion. The fix was clear. Repeal this utterly tainted version of this law, reform it to include protections for everybody, and then put a new version that we could all agree on. Nobody is saying that religious liberty isn't essential to democracy. What we're saying is the original version did nothing to protect it. What it did was, again, sent a message to a class of people in Indiana that they didn't matter. And now, with the so-called fix, what we're saying is, if you live in a city in Indiana that has an equal rights ordinance, you're protected. But if you don't, you're on your own, and we may get to it next year. How can that be the solution before us? In what world does that make sense to anyone? I am still proud to represent the 100th district and the people in it. I'm still proud of the people in our state. We've worked for a very long time in really the state of Indiana, and especially my home city, Indianapolis, to create the designation of Hoosier hospitality, and it's known across the nation. But I assure you, the damage that has been done will not be fixed by this half measure. The good news is, time's not out. We've got another month of session. It wouldn't take any time at all to vote this down and do what we all know is right and pass a new version that protects all Hoosiers. And that's what I plan to do today, and that's what I am urging you to do today. The constant excuses are getting us nowhere. How long can we blame the media for their big bad message about this law? And this isn't about politics, this is about policy. This is about really bad policy. I implore you today, do everyone in the state of Indiana, businesses, the LGBT community, everyone, the general population a favor, and do what we all know is the right thing and make discrimination illegal in the state of Indiana forever. Thank you.